Hi everyone, it's Cheryl and welcome to Make a Mess on Monday, and I'm going to really try not to make a mess because I am going to be playing with alcohol ink and embossing powder. And I usually can find a pretty good way to make a mess with those, but today Make a Mess on Monday is like, let's not make a mess. So, what we're going to do today is I made a card. This idea was running around in my head, driving me crazy because I've been playing with stencils. So I decided to make the card happen. And in order to have a focal point for my card, I needed a butterfly. But I didn't have any butterflies. So I thought back to a video that I saw a long time ago, and they didn't do butterflies. But what we are going to do is we're going to use alcohol inks and embossing powders on plain old acetate. This is very flimsy. I got a whole box of it for $2.99 at Savers a few years ago. I don't use it, so I thought, well, I'm going to use it. Now, the first thing I want to say, this is not my idea. I saw a video on YouTube a long time ago, and I wish so much I could remember the person's name to give them the credit that they're due. And they were showing that you can use alcohol inks and you can emboss on acetate, like so. And I really honestly cannot remember the lady's name who did it. She was fantastic. If anybody knows, let me know, and I will list it in on the comments in the video so that she can have the credit she is due. Like I said, I saw this years ago when I first joined YouTube, I believe back in 2013 or 14, and so, yeah. Anyway, let's get started because it's 9:18 at night. We just got done having a little over 8 inches of snow here. And then it snowed off and on again all day. And I'm sick of snow because it's supposed to be spring and now they're saying more snow possible Wednesday. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm going to hold this up on a piece of white paper so that you can see my butterfly and you can see his colors, hopefully. I've got bad lighting in here, but I promise you he's really pretty. Really pretty. And my biggest butterfly stamp is not a very open, like you don't see a lot of the background in it. So anyway, let's get at it here. And you know, the other thing about this is a lot of us use transparencies. Like I use the little ones sometimes I get in the stamp sets that have the, you know, they show where the stamp goes when you put it back on the piece of acetate. I use those in junk journals and stuff. Well, to buy these transparencies, unless you can find them on sale, some of them get kind of expensive. Don't buy them, make them. I'm going to show you how right now. And once again, this is not my idea, not my original idea. So, with that said, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the butterfly first. I'm just going to cut off a piece of this, because I don't need a very big piece. And I know it's really hard for you to see, and I don't think there's any background I'm going to be able to put it on that's going to make it show up any better. So, but trust me, I'm going to zoom in. Oops, that's out, that's not in. And there's my piece of acetate right there. Okay, and excuse my fingers, I've been playing today because the snow just has me so frustrated that it has me frustrated. So I decided to come in here and play. I didn't get anything done I wanted to do. Alright, so I'm going to use the same colors that I used on that butterfly, which is the Adirondack Denim. And I'm just going to be putting a few little drops of it here and there on my little felt pad on my Tim Holtz thingy dingy. I don't know what you call it. I can't remember. It's 9-something at night. I'm tired. And then I'm going to be using, I don't know, but this is a really bright pinky color. It's kind of like the what's the name of this bugger? Picked Raspberry Distress Ink, only it's a little darker, and I don't know the color because it doesn't really list it. And once again, I'm just putting little drops of the ink around, like we do. And then I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol on here to activate the inks and make it able to move them around more. Don't laugh at my dropper, it came in my gelatos, it's the only thing I can find, so here we go. Just touching it. The alcohol, trying to get it all over the, don't want too much, but you don't want to you end up with not enough. And here's my transparency. I can see it. I don't know if you can, but I guess you can. The glare is bad. All right, well, here it goes. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to move it around like so. I like that kind of marbly stippled effect. But I just realized I'm not getting a lot of the blue. So, but I am getting some really pretty purple in there. Oh, excuse me. I'm cold. I was just over it. And then this dumb weather had to do what it did. So let's see if I can get... I'm not having much luck with the blue. I may have too much alcohol in here. Oh, well, it's going to be pretty anyway, I think. Alright, so we're going to have more of a purplish. And I know it doesn't look very much like anything. So let's add a little more color. I just did this like half an hour ago. Like, what in the world? I think I got too much alcohol on there is what I think, and it thinned it out too much. So we're just going to add a little more and try it again. I've also noticed that my alcohol inks are kind of old and they don't want to come out so good, so try this again. But I hope you can see it now that, oh yeah, this is looking a little better. And then again, not really. I did not get the desired effect, but I still think it'll be kind of neat. So, just to speed the video up and get it done, because, alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with my heat gun. I'm just going to dye it. I'm just moving it quickly over the acetate because, well, I don't know what it'll do if I don't, but I'm pretty sure being it's a very thin plastic, it's probably going to melt. And I don't want it melting, so please excuse the noise of the heat gun. This video is supposed to be quick, and I'm running my mouth. Awesome. Okay, so it's all dry. Looks kind of like that. It's kind of mottled. But wait till I put this butterfly on it. Hit it with a little embossing powder. So now I've just got out my Versamark, and I've got the Dazzle, which allows you to see a little better where you have color. Or where you, oh my gosh, where you've put down your stamp, your stamped image. And I'm just kind of poking this guy down because I want him to be good and covered, and it looks like it is. So now I'm going to put him right down on the acetate. And when I did this earlier with a bigger stamp, the big butterfly, which didn't really work out, I noticed that it kind of peeled the alcohol ink up where the embossing stuff is, or I don't know what it did to it, but it did something to it. And anyway, it looked more transparent again where I had the stamp. So I'm just going to pull that guy off. I doubt you can even see where I've got it on there, and my camera doesn't want to focus on this, so that's not helping things any. So I've got a piece of paper, and now I'll add some white, and it really won't want to focus. And I'm going to go around this one with, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about this. Oh, that's nasty. Oh. Alright, focus, you. Ugh. And I've got this stupid light. No, it's my overhead light that's causing the glare. Okay. So anyway, I've got just some Recollections Gold embossing powder that I got at Michael's. And I'm hoping when I put this on, come out of there. I've used a lot of the gold. And I don't even care for gold. What does that say? I guess I like gold on my projects. Alright, I'm just going to shake that off. I'm going to thunk it, even though they say don't thunk it. I thunked it. Sometimes I even blow on it. Put that back in there. Seal it up before I knock it over. And we do have a mess, because that could happen. And now I have my butterfly on my acetate, all ready to heat emboss. Please, I'm sorry once again for the noise of the heat gun, but I am not going to silence and go on the video because this really is a quick, short project. I'm holding the heat gun about 3 inches from the acetate, and that's what I've been doing when I did this, and I've not had any problems. So, you know, some heat guns may be hotter than others. I swear sometimes this thing is just absolutely faulty. It doesn't seem to get very hot. And now see, I'm seeing my colors come out, my embossing powder. I don't want to go too long, but I want my butterfly to, it's a little warm yet, but there it is. And I think you can probably see it better as I pull it back further. I don't know what happens if I put a white sheet of paper under it. Get this piece out of my art journal. There you go. And then all there is left for you to do, and I'm not going to do it on here, is just to take your scissors, whatever type you like, cut out around the butterfly. You're done. You can put him on whatever you want. Upside down. And you have a very pretty butterfly. And it's so cool to do the ones with the open work. How cool would it be if you had something like a window and you made like a stained glass window? Wouldn't that be pretty? Beautiful. Anyway, that's my butterfly. The blue did not come out. I don't know why. I think I had too much alcohol. Anyway, since you know now that you can do this, let's just have a little bit of fun and then we'll end this video. A little bit more of the stuff. And yes, I'm just hacking pieces off because I've got a whole box of it. And I never use it. So now I bought this new sheep stamp. Hobby Lobby had him on sale. And I think he's really cute. But this is what I mean about the transparencies, you know. Why buy them? Make your own. Mr. Mew has come to visit. Mr. Mew, get out of there. Get out of that. Oh my gosh. He's climbing up the window. I'm not going to make the mess. Mr. Mew is going to. He's just climbed up into the window behind where I have my ink setting, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a crash pretty soon. We better not. Mr. Mew has been trying himself all day to see how naughty he can be. So I'm going to stamp the sheep. I'm going to get out my black embossing powder and cover this up, or everything's going to be sticky. Paper back over here. I'm going to smear my sheep. And this is kind of cool because you really can't see it very well on the acetate, the Versamark, until you put the embossing powder on. And that's when I usually find out I didn't stamp it very good either. Okay, sheep. Okay, and this sheep has a very tiny head, so I'm not really sure. This is going to be a disaster. He's got a lot of little detail, so I'm thinking he's probably going to come out kind of weird. But let me get this back in here again before I do make a big mess. Let me get out my heat gun. Again, about 3 inches away, and again I apologize for the noise. You hold him over here in the glare a little bit so I can see when this black is starting to turn, which it's doing. The black goes really fast, I suppose, because it's black and it absorbs the heat. Alright, my sheep came out with a rather dark head. That's just because he's so finely detailed. I'll have to try VersaFine on him. But there he is. You have a transparency. You made it yourself out of stamps you already had. Acetate, it's in packaging, everything. Basically, other than your time and the cost of your embossing powder and your Versamark or whatever medium you choose to stamp with, it's free. Alright, and you can add colors, blend colors, whatever, you know. It's like you don't have to use just a solid color for your transparencies. That's the beauty. Okay, now, there's my acetate. I'm going to do one more, just for the fun of it, because I find this fun, I find it relaxing, and I find it kind of exciting. Because I have a confession to all of you who follow me, which isn't very many because everybody who followed me was on my other channel. I'm still trying to get my channel back. I have no idea. I finally filed an appeal with YouTube today to see if I can get my channel back because I haven't done anything. I have not done one thing. I have not violated any rules, anything. They just took it. And I'm subscribed to myself, but I can't go in. I can like my own videos. Okay, I have the stamp also from Hobby Lobby, and it's got this dog, and he is like the saddest looking dog ever, and it says, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken." And I want to see what he's going to look like, so I'm going to stamp him with eggplant. Eggplant, that's black. Eggplant is a very shiny purple. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put the dog down, And again, he's got little fine details, so possibly something like VersaFine would work much better for him. Let's make sure I get it stamped good. I'm going to clean up this mess when I'm done. That's always the unfun part, is having to clean up the mess when you're all finished. But it's so worth it, because this is like so much fun. I want to play all night at this. Thank God I don't have to work tomorrow, but as always, Christmas, oh my God. See what the snow's doing to me? I'm focusing on Christmas. Zoe's spring concert's tomorrow night. I hope they don't cancel it. It's also my oldest daughter Amanda's birthday. Well, I guess I'm filming this on Sunday night, and we'll probably put it up when I'm done, or when I get it all. Yeah. See where I'm at. I think I should go to bed. I think I'm wired. I drank coffee all day long. Had to scoop my driveway. That was no fun, because once the guy finally plowed the city, it was horrible, because this was a really wet, slushy snow, and then it was just barely warm enough to melt, and right at the end of my driveway, water was running down the street. It was crazy. And so everything, by the time I got it done, or was getting done, was nothing but really heavy, wet slush. So I left that. I'm like, fine, melt. I can drive over it. No big deal. Okay, so here's my little dog. And I'm going to blast him with a heat gun. Again, my apologies, but I just want to get this done. Okay, I may have overcooked the dog just a hair. Didn't do anything to Acetate. Oh, I guess I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to hold him up on a piece of white paper, and hopefully the camera will focus in. And the "You're on yourself" didn't come out very well, but there he is. Isn't he cute? Another cute transparency to add to junk journals, whatever you're doing. So, yeah. So once again, remember, hold your heat gun at least 3 inches above what you're doing. Be very mindful, because I suppose the plastic heats us up faster, but once it starts to turn glossy, as it will when it's ready, it goes pretty fast. Have fun. Make a lot of these. It's addicting, I guarantee it. And thank you all for joining me. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.